Are you struggling with feeling stuck in your life journey? Does it seem as if the challenges or conflicts that you keep experiencing are on repeat? Healing through feeling could be your new way through to a more satisfying life. Now, here is the host of the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide, Sharyn Nichols.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone has had a fantastic week. Today's topic is gratitude. First, though, I want to say thank you. I have such gratitude for all that are listening, and you are listening to the Feel to Heal show with Sharyn Nichols on the Inspired Choices Network, and I'm so grateful to be here today. This present moment it's been about gratitude all week for me. I am so grateful I was grateful to wake up this morning and open my eyes. And I know that also can be really annoying. And we'll get into that for those people who, a little bit later in the show, for those people who are like, oh, I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for that. And yes, I actually am grateful to be able to be sitting here and being able to speak, because being with gratitude this entire week, I realized that there were most days where I would wake up and I would open my eyes and not be able to see across the room because I suffer from nearsightedness. And then, of course, I would put on my glasses, and then I would have such gratitude for just being able to see. Like, I totally shifted my mindset from being annoyed with seeing blurry to then just being grateful for being able to see anything at all with corrective lenses. I feel as though I've gotten a little bit ahead of myself. I just am so excited and just really wanted to anchor in gratitude for the little things, and then, of course, for the big things. So we are going to start today with a meditation. And so if you will, find yourself seated comfortably somewhere, whatever works for you, or pull over to the side of the road, just a safe place for yourself. And then, of course, receiving a breath, and one more. Taking some deep breaths into your chest and feeling your chest rise and fall with each inhalation and exhalation. And when you are ready, allow your eyes to close. And as you continue to breathe slowly and deeply, letting your attention rest gently on your breath, feeling the movement, feeling the air as it enters and exits your body. Each time you exhale, let go of any tension. Relax your face, your shoulders, your arms, your torso, your legs. On your next exhale, settle your attention to the area around your heart. Focus on your feelings of love, compassion, empathy, and forgiveness. With your intention on your heart center, allow in your mind's eye to come in something that you are grateful for. As you continue with your easy, relaxed breathing, perhaps you're feeling gratitude for being alive, for being healthy. Perhaps you are grateful for the abundance of nature that produces the food to nourish your body and the beautiful scenery that nourishes your soul. Bringing your attention to people who truly nourish you in your life and how they bless you with their presence. Feeling gratitude for your own life and the many gifts that you have been blessed with. Now bringing your attention to how this gratitude feels in the area around your heart. With each inhale, let this feeling grow outwards, expanding to fill your chest, your arms, your hands, your legs, and your feet. With each inhale, this feeling grows, filling you up. Returning to your body and the attention again of your breath. Let your body remember all the sensations that you have just experienced with gratitude. Remember that at any time, with any inhale, you can create the filling up with gratitude and exhaling all that doesn't serve you. So receiving a breath, holding it, exhaling. One more. And when you're ready, allowing your eyes to open and giving yourself a little hug and a little squeeze for showing up for yourself today, for the gratitude that you have for yourself as well as others. Gratitude. It's a noun. The quality of being thankful, the readiness to show appreciation, and to return to kindness, returning the kindness. So gratitude involves noticing the goodness in the world, noticing the goodness in yourself. It doesn't mean being blind to the stuff that isn't good, the tough stuff, the messy stuff, the stuff that brings us down, all of those thoughts that don't serve us. Gratitude makes sure that even in the middle of all of the chaos that is created for us, or that we create for ourselves, however you want to look at it, that we always have a soft place to land with the gratitude. We can always notice the negative, although we don't need to lose sight of the positive. You know, it's that spectrum that I've been talking on. It's the polarities of the positive and the negative, and we need to live here in the center. Oh, I'm just so grateful there's just been so much that has come up for me around gratitude. I've been working with gratitude for a long time, to the point where it's just sort of it's not, oh my gosh, my accent. It is an automatic for me. And the automatic part that I'm referring to is that I need to check in with myself to see if I'm just latching on to gratitude out of fear or a lack of wanting to look at what's really going on. I'm going to talk more about that in a little bit. First, though, I really do want to talk about the scientifically proven benefits of gratitude, because it has been scientifically proven. There's been multiple studies. I'm not going to really cite any of them, although there was one person who really tied it all together, Amy Morin. And so I'm just going to, I need to mention her because this is her work, although I'm going to expound on her statements. So her first statement is that gratitude opens the door to more relationships. Again, the power of positive thinking. Saying thank you. Of course, it shows good manners. And as long as you show good manners, then people, of course, are going to want to talk to you. People are going to want to bring you in and be your friend, or want to hear what you have to say, because you're already showing up with a positive attitude. So I guess, does gratitude, yes, they say, equals attitude. Somebody said that. I'm not quite sure who. Although I know that if I start off with a positive attitude, so the attitude of gratitude, just being grateful for being here, which is, I guess, ultimately, without me even thinking about it, what I did at the beginning before I even went into anything. I just started with the attitude of gratitude. Wow, so many thoughts now are flooding through me. So many different stories about emotions and thoughts and feelings. And I was going through a divorce when I turned 40. And my parents, who I am so grateful for, and all of their support and wisdom that they have shared with me and bestowed upon me, and even just given me, they decided to throw me a huge party. And everyone, of course, who was invited knew that I was going through a divorce. And I knew, in my infinite wisdom, this is before I even started on my journey of truly self-awareness, although I was already a therapist for 10 years at this point, that I knew that I needed to show up with the attitude that I wanted for the party, because I had two choices. I could show up and be sad and poor me, and my life sucks. I'm going through divorce and my children aren't happy. I'm not happy. My former spouse is not happy. Oh no. And I chose the opposite. I chose to show up with, oh my gosh, I am so grateful for all of you being here and supporting me. I am so grateful for all of you who showed up to celebrate me and with me and for me. And I ended up having an incredible birthday party because I knew it was going to be my attitude. Year after year, because I've thrown myself a birthday party every year since then. And I am so grateful. I guess I can't say it enough. I'm so grateful for the way that I chose to show up in the moment, because it truly and completely set the tone. So with that, we're going to take our first break, and you are listening to the Feel to Heal show with Sharyn Nichols on the Inspired Choices Network. And today's show is on gratitude. And I look forward to seeing you back here in a couple of minutes.
At different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, you'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
Are you a subject matter expert? Are you here to share your expertise with an audience waiting to hear from you in only the way you can deliver? Are you ready to have your voice amplified across the airwaves? Inspired Choices Network has a global radio platform streaming to millions of people across the world. Professionally produced and supported by an accomplished team every step of the way, you can broadcast from anywhere in the world, knowing your voice matters, and we ensure it is delivered with ease and efficiency. Eager to hear your message, the world awaits. Contact us today to become an Inspired Choices Network radio host. Email become a host at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com.
This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at inspiredchoicesnetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to Sharyn Nichols at feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Feel to Heal show with Sharyn Nichols. And if you're just tuning in, today's topic is on gratitude. And so gratitude makes sure that even in the middle of all of our chaos, we have a soft place to land. So the attitude of gratitude, I'm going to keep referring back to that because it has truly been my savior. Whenever I've been feeling really, really low, I've gone back to gratitude. So with that also being said, gratitude can improve your physical health. Grateful people experience fewer aches and pains, and they also report feeling healthier than they ever have before. I'm relatively healthy. I'm not someone who suffers from illness. Now, I'm going to say that I also have a really good immune system. Everybody has been given their own. And so really what it comes down to is I am so grateful for my immune system. I'm so grateful for my physical body. I am so grateful for my mind, and I am so grateful for my soul. You know, my council of three. I give gratitude to them. And actually part of the meditation, one of the first meditations that I did with you in the first or second show was your council of three, and talking to them and asking them what you need to know and where you need to go and what you can do. Although it's always about thanking them for all that they do. And so again, as I'm going to keep weaving through this show today, it's all about you coming back to you, having gratitude for you, and you being in the present moment, because that's all you have. Really, that's where the gratitude is. It's about staying present and being present, because as soon as you go off in your own mind, you get stuck in the past, or you're so worried about the future. I know I've been saying this over and over and over again, and it's just keeps coming out differently every time, or the exact same. Let me just take a breath. Sometimes I speak very quickly, so I'm going to slow myself down, because gratitude can also improve your psychological health. Gratitude reduces this toxic energy that you can create with your thoughts. Again, your thoughts lead to feelings, which then lead to actions and reactions. So if you can have a thought that then can lead to the feeling of gratitude, wow, wouldn't that be great? You know, I once had a client who would say something and she'd be like, cancel that. And I'm like, what an interesting idea. Cancel that thought. I don't know that you need to cancel it. It's acknowledge it, be grateful for it, and then have another thought so you can have a different feeling, or most importantly, a different action or reaction. Gratitude enhances empathy and it reduces aggression. I'm assuming we've all been there. It is so much easier to have empathy for someone if you can find gratitude within yourself. If someone is in the middle of being aggressive or coming at you in some way, shape, or form, if you can sort of take a step back and be in the noticing of, okay, what can I be grateful for here? That, okay, they're only coming halfway as opposed to coming all the way. If that's what you need in order to be empathic, great. If you want to, if you can see yourself and have empathy for them, because yes, this is behavior that you exhibited at one point in your life. And so you're now dialing it back for you. So therefore you can see the mirror that's being held up for you. Great. Because I've said it before, I'll say it again. The universe always gives you exactly what you need. Always. And when you need it, even if you don't always like it. So here's another thing that we do know about gratitude. Gratitude will help you sleep better. There have been multiple people have said and made the suggestion about keeping a gratitude journal. So when you wake up in the morning, you can write 3 things that you're grateful for, or just before you go to sleep, write 3 things that you're grateful for that happened during the day. And I think that's awesome. I used to do that. And I did it, I did it for a while, and then it got really old and boring. And now in my research, I came across this, somebody said somewhere, or I read it somewhere, that along with writing down the 3 things, you need to come up with new ones. Yes, or expand on them. Yes, it's great to write, I'm so grateful for all of my friends, although it loses some of its luster. So it could be, I should say, if you are going to do this for yourself, right? I am so grateful for my friend Susan and the fact that she, and then you can fill in the blank, or I'm so grateful for breathing. Awesome. I'm so grateful to each and every body part that supports the oh my gosh, I'm going off in my own mind. Bring it back, Sharyn. It's wonderful to be grateful for even just one finger or your hands, and then being grateful for your whole body. It's about changing it up, because we get stuck and stagnant, and then it's kind of hard for us to lose sight of, it's very easy to lose sight of where we were actually trying to go, which is to have the attitude of gratitude. So saying what you're grateful for, just going over it in your mind before you sleep, allows you to release and let go. And you may even sleep better and longer. And then, of course, there's also the proof that when you wake up, you also feel better, and it makes it perhaps easier to go through your day with the attitude of gratitude. Another important thing to know about gratitude is that it improves self-esteem. So a 2014 study published in the Journal of Applied Sport Psychology found that gratitude increased athletes' self-esteem, an essential component to optimal performance. I worked with a professional athlete for a little while, and the thing that I kept saying to him over and over again was that he needed to get out of his head and into his body and be grateful for the 10,000 hours the muscle memory that he did, because he worked every day on his sport. And I said, get out of your head. Your body knows. As soon as your head comes into it, gratitude for your body, gratitude for all that you do and that you have done. And I think he kind of listened towards the end. I think he finally got it. At least I'm hoping that he did. Don't need to go on about that. It's really important for yourself, that you have gratitude for how you show up. And I've had gratitude for myself through this entire podcast, my whole experience from the beginning to up until now. And so grateful, even going forward, so grateful that I even showed up, that I said yes to this, that I am putting myself out there, that I am being vulnerable, that I am being open and allowing. And again, grateful for me. And again, then also being grateful for you, because I couldn't do this without you, knowing that there's at least one of you listening. So thank you. Thank you. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I also know there's more than one. Because fortunately for me, people have reached out and told me how grateful they are and how much they have gotten from just listening to me on a weekly basis, and that they really enjoy my topics. And I am so open to hearing what anyone has to say. Please, I welcome feedback, good, bad, indifferent, all of it, because it's all, I know, coming from a place of gratitude, because you guys are holding up the mirror for me, and I get to see where I can make improvements, because that's what it truly is about for me with where I am in my gratitude practice. It started out really small, and now it's grown. So each moment I'm grateful for, yes, the obvious, and then the bigger picture. So we all have the ability and the opportunity to cultivate gratitude. So rather than complaining about the things that we think we deserve, it's so easy to take a moment to focus on all that we have. It's about not being in fear and lack. Fear and lack are the lower based energies. Fear and lack are what keep us from being in gratitude. So gratitude perhaps is an antidote to fear and lack. And so, like I said, start off small. If you're so in the lack or and so afraid that your life is not going to go where you want it to go, or that you don't have enough money to do something, and just you're focusing on the lack, focus on what you do have. Focus on the fact that you are breathing, the fact that you do have a roof over your head, whatever that roof looks like, even if it means sleeping on a friend's couch. It's all within the spectrum. You always get to choosing gratitude over fear and lack. Like I said before in the beginning of the show, is the attitude of gratitude, the welcoming, the opening will allow more, and more people will want to be around you. So therefore, then more opportunities will befall you. It's incredible how it all works. So move out of the lower based energies that we find ourselves in with our thoughts, the thoughts. They're just thoughts. You don't have to act on them. I'm just going to receive a breath on that. I am so grateful. Thank you so much for just listening to me, for allowing me this time, these moments, for me hearing myself, listening to what I say, and knowing that I am truly speaking my truth. I am so grateful for you receiving it, receiving my truth. And so with that, we're going to go to our next break. And I am so grateful that you are listening to me, Sharyn Nichols, Feel to Heal show on the Inspired Choices Network. We'll be back in a moment.
At different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, You'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com.
How wonderful would it be to carry your favorite Inspired Choices Network host with you throughout your day? Well, now you can. Inspired Choices Network now has its very own mobile app. Our free app offers live streaming shows, along with thousands of podcasts and TV episodes. Our shows cover a wide variety of topics. Whether you're waking up with us, carrying us through the day, and taking us to bed with you, we're always here for you to enjoy. We're easy to find. Just search for Inspired Choices Network in the Apple App Store or Google Play Store.
This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to Sharyn Nichols at feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, and thank you so much. Again, today's show is on gratitude, and you were listening to the Feel to Heal show with myself, Sharyn Nichols, and I am so grateful that you are here. Before the break, I was talking about how gratitude is the antidote for fear and lack. Those are the lower based energies, and my head feels like it's just going to sort of explode right now, in the sense that I feel as though I just hit on something that is so profound, at least for me. It is so profound and significant, because if you're in your negative place, in your negative thought process, in your downward spiral of fear and lack, and if you could just sort of snap yourself out of it, and what I do when I'm going down that road is I will start looking at memes. They're a wonderful thing. I also work with decks of cards. I think I've mentioned that. And I also will call a friend and say, you know what? I'm stuck right now, and I cannot see the forest through the trees. So will you please help me get back to the place of gratitude? So you may even want to find a gratitude partner. Someone, we have accountability partners. What about a gratitude partner? When you're feeling low, you call your friend and you say, okay, I'm feeling low. Please help me get back on track. And it's also very interesting that today, as I was working on the final pieces of the show and driving myself insane, because I want to do that, and just even driving myself insane about being too grateful or not grateful enough, and then where's the balance? And of course, I had a client who texted me 4 memes, and I really feel the need to share the one that he shared on gratitude. Of course, he doesn't know that today's show is on gratitude. I needed to repeat this. So happy are those who take life day by day, complain very little, and are thankful for the little things in life. I can't say enough about how I know how difficult it can be, because I hear you're saying, the little things. Yes, I know. Just be grateful. Just be grateful for what you have. I know, I hear myself. And that's not where I'm coming from. It's not just be grateful for what you have. Move off the spot you're stuck on. No, it's not about the spiritual bypass. And what I mean by spiritual bypass is you don't always have to be thankful for what you have, because sometimes you can be really, really annoyed and you can be in that feeling. It's just about acknowledging where you are again, so then you can move off of the spot that you find yourself in. So it's not about glossing over the red flags. If you really are truly coming up against, a wall for yourself, reach out, find a therapist, talk to me, talk to a friend, say, yes, I know that gratitude is the antidote for fear and lack. Although if your fear is so great, talk to somebody. Don't just assume that just because the attitude of gratitude will make it all go away. I am assuming, so please correct me if I am wrong here, that most of you have seen a friend or two, probably even including me, have gone off and gone on a retreat and come back so inspired and ready to go, and it's felt really good, and they've been good for a good 3 days, maybe even a full week, and then everything comes back, meaning reality, meaning that the stressor or the thought or the thing that was propelling them forward to actually go to workshop, retreat, etc., actually never really got addressed. It was just a really nice, pretty Band-Aid. And they're good and they are helpful if you can use the Band-Aid to propel yourself. And so I fortunately have used a lot of the experiences that I have had at those little wonderful workshops and the little nuggets that I've gotten, and then I have brought them into my therapy, because the only way that I knew that I was going to actually ever be able to get out of my own way was to recognize where I was, accept where I was, and then move forward, move on. And that's what I've just been so grateful for. I have been I'm going to bring it back around. So here are some signs of emotional bypassing, of spiritual bypassing, whatever word you want to give to it. It's been used a lot, and except here's the most important thing. You can give it your own definition. The biggest thing is not focusing on the here and now and living in the spiritual realm most of the time. So overemphasizing the positive, and to the point that you're actually avoiding the negative. If you are using the positive, see, that's what I'm saying. You should just be so grateful for what you have. It's that tone. It's that insidious, annoying tone that you use to yourself. I mean, obviously, it's the self-talk tone that I'm referring to. I really don't think that, I'm assuming that you don't have people in your life who speak to you that way. It's just how we speak to ourselves. So here's another big one. Being self-righteous about the concept of enlightenment or self-actualization. I will know that I have arrived at self-actualization. Actually, I take it back. I won't ever know that I've actually arrived there, because I will be dead. And I don't mean that in a morbid way at all. It is just something that for my life and the commitment that I've made to myself, that I'm going to continue to look at myself and grow and learn and be one chapter ahead in the book. in terms of my clients and my friends and my family and anyone, and knowing that there are also people who are one chapter ahead of me that I get to learn from. So it's all just being passed down or across or up and down and around. I mean, it's not hierarchical because no one is better than the other. It's all on, on the straight line or the wavy line, because straight lines aren't necessarily good. We want a wavy line. Another thing that can get in your way is if you're overly detached or overly idealistic about your how you should be. Again, stop shoulding on yourself. Also, you could be avoiding with exhibiting frequent anger and or being overly compassionate for yourself and then for others. Again, what are you avoiding? What are you not looking at? And here's the thing, only you really can know. I have a feeling though, if you sat back and just listened for a moment or observed those people around you who are holding up the mirror, you could see and hear exactly what it is that you are doing for yourself. Again, this is all about you and showing up with the attitude of gratitude. So I'm grateful when people point out my flaws, my inconsistencies, my moments where I have hurt them. When I say I'm grateful, I will clarify. I see it as a learning and growing opportunity. I'm not grateful that I hurt someone. I am not grateful that I got something wrong or that I made a mistake, although it's sort of the blessing of a skinned knee. There's always something to be learned from the bumps and the trials and the tribulations, and just there's always something to be learned from living your life and showing up in the present moment. Taking a breath. So I have a couple of more things that I want to talk about. And I want to talk about receiving gratitude. Allowing yourself to be open to receiving gifts, compliments. How many times has someone said to you, "Oh, you look really good today," and you immediately discount it because you are in the thought process of not allowing or being grateful for yourself and how you did get up, put yourself together, and whatever that looks like for you in the moment. And so you're now perhaps allowing the other person to think that there was something wrong with them, that they don't actually see the situation the way that it is, and that maybe they're wrong. Maybe you don't actually even look that good. And therefore, then maybe they should now really consider their own thought processes and how they are showing up. And if you just said, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's actually what I needed right now. I needed to be told that I look good. So thank you so much." Just notice the difference and how that feels inside of you. So when we come back from break, we're going to talk more about the attitude of gratitude and allowing the receiving of gifts of gratitude. Thank you so much. Again, I know I'm thanking a lot, although this is the show on gratitude. You're listening to the Feel to Heal show with Sharyn Nichols on the Inspired Choices Network. I look forward to seeing you back in a moment.
At different times on our life journey, we can feel stuck and struggle with seeing our way through. What if the answer to the struggle is just to go deeper than the surface? By tuning in to Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show, with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols, You'll receive insight and guidance on exploring your feelings in order to heal yourself. Are you ready to create a more satisfying, peaceful, and successful life? Listen for the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. This is Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show with licensed marriage and family therapist and life guide Sharyn Nichols. To participate in the program, join our live studio audience in our chat room at InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. You can also ask questions or comments by email by sending to Sharyn Nichols at feeltoheal.com. Now, back to the program.
Welcome back, and thank you again. I have such gratitude for you. You are listening to the Feel to Heal show if you're just tuning in, and today's show topic is gratitude. And it's just been about gratitude and how grateful I am, and without apology, actually. I just realized that I don't have any apology for being so grateful. And I think that that's also what gets lost sometimes, is that we feel as though we need to apologize for being grateful for all the things that we have, because there are so many people who don't have, who are in lack. And we see things on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, and, everybody's doing so well. Everybody just has it better than we do. And so we should just be grateful that we're actually upright, that we are above ground, that we actually are breathing. And wow, cut yourself a break. Be grateful for what you're grateful for. Don't compare yourself. There is no comparing. And therefore, then, when someone says to you, I'm so grateful for you, allow it in. Take it in. Believe it. Because by you taking in you are raising your vibration of gratitude along with their vibration of gratitude. It's about creating the win-win. It's about the attitude of gratitude. I wish I knew who said that. I might have to Google it and share it at another point in time, just because it is so great. And that should have been my mantra this week. Although I guess, you know what, now that I think about it, it probably was. I sometimes feel as though I'm at a loss because I have just been with gratitude for so long that I don't want you to get discouraged should you start a practice and then it not look the way you think it should. Again, there's the shoulding. Allow, be open, show up with the well-intentioned gratitude. I didn't know how I was going to even be with today. And I am so grateful for all of my experiences, that I am the sum of all of my experiences, and that I get to share. And I feel as though I'm tripping over myself, and I probably am, because gratitude is just such an integral part as to who I am. I wake up every morning and this is what I see. I see this incredible jewel of the heart. I'm grateful for all of my, like I said, my experiences. So all of my friends, and the good and the bad and the ugly. And I'm grateful for my family. I am so grateful for my children. They have been the most incredible teachers. I've learned so much about myself and how I want to show up. attitude of gratitude. I knew that also, I guess looking back now, that if I just started off the show with how grateful I was and how grateful I am, that would be enough. That I am enough with all of my shortcomings and with all of my incredibleness, that I am the sum of all of my parts. And I'm just so grateful. I know I keep saying it, and this is what happens to me, that I just get so caught up in just the knowing and in the anchoring of the gratitude. So you have access to gratitude at any time. Be in the present moment. Be grateful for acknowledging that you are being present. Be grateful for what it took for you to get here. Let's talk about Thanksgiving. Let's talk about what's going to happen around your Thanksgiving table. For years, we've gone around and said what we are grateful for. And for years, I would say, the first time I said it, everybody looked at me, that I was so grateful for traffic. And everybody looked at me like I had two heads, because who's ever grateful for traffic? Traffic is annoying. Traffic slows you down. Traffic doesn't give you enough time to get to where you need to go and relax because you're so stressed about getting there. And what traffic did for me was it allowed me to make phone calls. It allowed me to have the conversations that I wouldn't otherwise be able to have. And so this year, I'm going to say that I am thankful for just being able to have my friends to talk to, because I haven't been sitting in traffic, because for the past year and a half, really been sitting at home and doing all my work from Zoom. So I'm grateful for Zoom. I'm grateful for the obvious and then the not so obvious. So be grateful. Think of something that you could be grateful for that would normally be a negative, that you could actually turn into a positive. Thanksgiving is also a really great time for you to start a gratitude practice. So, you can start with a journal, writing down 10 things that you are grateful for each day. Of course, before you go to sleep, just taking, setting an alarm on your phone to take 30 seconds to just breathe in the gratitude and exhale things that are no longer serving you. Just a grounding, a reminder to be in the present moment. Just every so often, have it come up on your phone, attitude of gratitude. Put that in your calendar and say yes to it. And also, I want to thank you all again so much for your listening, for your support, for your love, and for your gratitude. And next week, because it is the week of Thanksgiving and my family is all coming into town, and I am so grateful, I'm going to be replaying a show, and I hope you do listen because it was one of my favorites. And we will be back in 2 weeks, and the topic is going to be happy, talking about being happy and what does it actually mean? How many times have you heard, I/we just want you to be happy? That's a load. That's definitely a very, very big load. So I wish you all the most satisfying, successful, and peaceful, gratitude-filling Thanksgiving and holiday season going forward. And I can't thank you enough for your love and support and your generosity. Have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed time. Take care.
Thank you for choosing to listen to the Feel to Heal with Sharyn Nichols show. Sharyn Nichols will return next Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific on InspiredChoicesNetwork.com. We hope you'll join us. Until then, give up the struggle, feel all you need to feel, and make this week your best one yet.